It is Wednesday. We've got weather to talk about. The winds are coming up here. Temperatures are on the mild to cool side. And we're still getting this break from the heat and the higher fire danger with lower temperatures, higher humidities. But the wind is coming up out of the west. Talk about that. We'll also talk about these fires, the Southern California. If you can see the smoke down here in this area, you can see a lot of the smoke. Oop, didn't want to do that, but I did want to do something like this. There it is. So you can see some of the smoke coming off these fires. There's about three big ones burning right now, over 100,000 acres combined. And these fires have been driven by wind and heat. Now the winds are dying down a little bit. The heat is dying down as well. And this weekend, things are going to get better for the folks in near the bridge fire, certainly, the line fire and the airport fire. The airport fire and the bridge fire, no containment yet. Over 100,000 acres combined with these fires, but the conditions will get better as we go into the next couple of days, certainly into the weekend, much cooler for Southern California. So these are the cameras. We've been having these come out all day. It's yesterday and a little bit today. These ridge lines with these tower cameras now, and you're seeing these fires coming up. I believe this is the bridge fire coming up over the peaks, and just how quickly they get overrun. And very dramatic, right? And then some of that pepper sprinkle wet on the lens, that's probably fire retardant from airdrops. So let's see, we can go here and check out our conditions. We've got fog along the coast, but our fog, see how it's getting chewed up? That's a pretty robust northwest wind, and that'll, it's more of a spring wind. You get fog, but the fog actually has trouble trying to keep itself established, to stay put. And so that's what's happening. So the fog should clear along the coast. As a matter of fact, it has in some places. A high wind advisory is in effect along the coast. Gusts could get, they're saying up to 40 to 50 miles an hour. I would think so offshore out at Ocean Beach. And of course, that sets you up with great highway issues with sand. Most of us will notice the wind. It'll feel like a spring day. In terms of fire danger, yes, it comes up, but these winds will be northwest, so they're not as volatile because they're northwest. They have the higher humidities. This is San Francisco's Ocean Beach, where the fog has cleared. This is taken a couple minutes ago. You can see the trees blowing, right? And those trees, they're pretty rigid, so it's windy. You see the lifeguard going by. Windy conditions. See the fog kind of getting torn apart. Lindemar, let's see, I think they still have fog down here, and the winds pretty much a little more side shore there, so you don't see it quite as bumped up as it is up in San Francisco. The forecast for today then is mild weather for the most part, and temperatures in the mid 60s to mid 80s. Breezy conditions though, but that's kind of awesome to have mild conditions. Instead of having mid 90s, having temperatures in the mid 80s. And then tomorrow, temperatures will come up into the upper 80s, mid 80s again. So there's no real big changes coming our way until we get past the weekend, really. So, and then there's just breezy conditions. And then let's see, I go this way. And then these are the forecast highs. These will go for tomorrow. Today's highs are going to be cooler than these or lower than these, but these are basically tomorrow's highs, which almost could work for today. They're a couple degrees warmer, but you get the idea. And then Redding, Red Bluff, those guys not in the 90s or low 100s, but in the upper 80s, mid 80s in Fresno, which is really pretty cool for them. Modesto 87. So the 5-day forecast, you see temperatures, it's that bottom tier, that bottom line of numbers here, right here. So that 83, 84, these are your hot spots. Temperatures bump up a little on Friday, and then they drop back down quickly on Saturday and Sunday as another trough approaches. So we are in definitely a kind of good weather pattern for us. The fire danger elevated because of the west winds, but the west winds increase humidity, so that kind of doesn't negate, but it certainly helps the situation. No red flag warnings as of now, no heat advisories. So there you go. There's a quick weather forecast. We'll see you back here tomorrow.